So for our first example, we want to add 1, 1, 1 and 1, 1, 1 in base 2. Very exciting looking, but what we're going to do here is essentially think about this in the same way that we did way back when you were first learning addition, just to be careful about carrying around ones from getting your digits up, as it were. So if we have something like 1, 1, 1 in base 2, and yeah, it looks a little bit like tally marks, but that's okay. I'll add some accents to help. And we add to that another even worse 1, 1, 1, worse in terms of my ability to write them. We start from our smallest digit, that would be the 1s, 2 to the 0s in this case, place, where 1 plus 1 in base 2 is 0, but then we have to carry the 1 that we get, because remember 1 plus 1 is technically 1, 0, but in that digit there, that's where we end up. Then in the second digit, we have 1 plus 1, 0, plus another 1 gets us to 1, and then we carry another 1 over, but here we're going to end up with a 1, and then in our last place, we're going to have to carry that 1 again, and we will have 1, 1, 1, which ends up being 1 along with that carried 1 for a total value of 1, 1, 1, 0 in base 2. And to be sure, if you want to check, you want to know how this would work, just to be careful, in base 10, you could convert this 1, 1, 1, knowing that we have a 1, a 2, and a 4 into 7, where we would get 7 plus 7 is 14, and if we check this value here, that is no 1s, 2, 4, and an 8 to get 14, as we just might expect based on our answer. And this is a pretty simple example, so let's get one that takes a little bit more care, takes a little bit more thought, since it's not going to be in binary. So for our second example, we want to add 3, 2 and 1, 2 in base 4. So to start, we can notice that if we want to convert this, we would get that 3, 2 in base 4 is a 2 and 3 4s, so you'd end up with 14 again, while 1, 2 is 6, so you'd end up with 20 in base 10, and we can just keep that in our mind as where we're supposed to end up. But process-wise, if we're going to add 3, 2 and 1, 2 in base 4, it is, again, very much like what we had to do way back in the day when we were learning to carry around our 1s for addition. So, start from our smallest digit. We have 2 plus 2. In base 4, that would be a 1 for a 4 and 0 for the extra digits. So, we're going to have a 0 and then carry the 1. Then up here, 1 plus 3 is another 4, plus 1 would leave us with, just add some accents, a 1, and then we have to carry around another 1. That leaves us with a 1, 1, 0 in base 4, where 1, 1, 0 in base 4 is, as we had hoped, 20. And the next thing we're going to look at is the obvious place to go after we talk about addition. It's inverse subtraction.